Hey, welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday with your boy Cigar Rockstar. I do this every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. Please like, subscribe, share, and all that mess. To Cigar Rockstar TV. Matter of fact, Whiskey Wednesday is sponsored by Sex and the Cigar. It is the hottest, sexiest Facebook cigar smoking group there is on Facebook. Please check us out, man. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Anyway, we uh we have a special show tonight. Of course, if you guys follow me, I'm very much into fashion. So cigars and fashion go hand in hand with me. Traditionally, it's more like a, a, a black tie, a black tie thing. So people usually, carry fashion on with cigars. So today we have Amejz Fashion. How you doing?
Good.
All right, all right. So I know you don't smoke very much, but you recently started smoking, or you recently tried a cigar.
Right.
You remember what it was?
No.
Well, it was a Tatiana Groovy Blue. How'd you feel about that? How was that experience for you?
It was good. It was good. I thought I looked a little funny smoking though, because I didn't know what to do.
We all got to start somewhere. You saw the video
The picture.
the women crushes.
Yeah.
That went pretty well.
Yeah.
Uh, but anyway, today we want to do, I gotta turn somebody's stuff down. So today we want Mike check. Boom. Okay. So today we wanted to do so you make custom clothes for people.
Yes.
Of course you were in the fashion show. How long you been doing sewing or making clothes, or how long have you been into making custom clothes?
Okay. Well, so honestly, I started not really making clothes, but my mom taught me how to crochet whenever I was 4 years old.
Mm.
And so I always crocheted blankets and scarves scarves and shawls for my teachers growing up and stuff. And then
And growing up, where'd you grow up at?
in Greenfield, Missouri. It's very small. Like I graduated from a class of 26 and they graduated us by height. And so I was the second person to graduate. But anyways, enough of that. But then I always kind of wanted to crochet clothes, but I didn't really have the patience for it because I didn't want to do all the counting. Because I always crochet while I'm doing something else. I have trouble just staying focused on one thing. So then I had my daughter whenever I was like 20. Well, it doesn't matter how old I was, but whenever I had her, she wanted me to hold her all the time. And so it made it really hard to crochet. And I had always had trouble finding clothes to fit my body type anyways, because people used to always call me Dolly Parton because I was like bigger on top and smaller
Capital P.
waisted. And so I just started making my own clothes. And that way I could hold her while I was sewing. And my first experience wasn't that good. I spent like over $900 in fabric that I just wasted because I didn't know how to buy fabric. So if it just looked pretty, I would get it. And then I would sew it together and it'd be way too small because it didn't have any stretch or, or something. So
you're self-taught.
yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So sometimes I think that is to my advantage and then other times not. But I did go to, a few years ago, I went to, the Fashion Institute in Fort Lauderdale. Which is kind of funny because there I actually got accepted on talent, not grades, because I'm not the best student, but they loved my work. So they accepted me on talent. And
when you went there for a couple of years, did you think that helped your improvement, your skill, your craft? Did you think it helped?
It did. I ended up stopping because my daughter had gotten sick and started having like over 90 seizures a week. So I ended up stopping, moving back to Missouri. However, whenever I was going to school, it was good because since I already knew how to sew, even though I was self-taught, my teachers actually always had me helping everyone else because nobody else really knew how to sew coming in, which surprised me a lot. So I do think that I would have probably learned more if I hadn't already been doing it, if that makes sense.
So I think what it is,
Because they didn't correct me.
Mhm.
since I could make stuff and it turned out, and it turned out fine, my stitching was fine, I just always got to pass. So if I was doing something wrong, they just keep letting me do it wrong.
What has been some of your favorite types of clothing or objects that you've made?
So I've always made like a lot of dresses, and I've made some pants and stuff. One of my favorite outfits is actually probably one that I met you in. That one's probably one of my most favorites.
The pink one?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was it was actually pants, and I like never wore pants. I always wore dresses, but they were one-legged and they had cutouts all in the one leg, and then the other side was super short shorts.
Yeah.
And then I have a little white crop top that I had tied up.
So how would you say, what word or phrase or what type of style would you say you have?
Probably sexy clothing. Yeah, even I try to make things like conservative, but they always still kind of tend to be a little bit more on the sexy side.
Yeah, and so I know recently you've had a few models, you've made some custom pieces for models. Let's go into that. Let's talk about that process. So today we have a friend here. We're gonna get her sized and fitted, and you want to kind of go through the steps on how
Yeah, so what I usually do, which we have Loki that's on here, which has actually endured the experience with me.
she dope.
Yeah. And one of my most favorite people. But anyway, her and we met at the swimsuit fashion show.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a funny story because I had 16 looks, but we had like 14 models that didn't show up. So we ended up just going and asking people if they would try on the bathing suits and feel comfortable to walk around to advertise them. And I'm gonna say I got super lucky because everyone that we asked except one person did that. And I don't know how, but everything fit everyone. But Loki was a little bit special because she came up to me and she was like, give me whatever you want me to do. I'll wear whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I really wanted to show this Barbie fabric. And that model didn't show up, and she was a much larger size than Loki. And she didn't show up. And I was like, can I make something really quick? And literally I made her a bathing suit in probably like 5-7 minutes.
Yeah.
And
True
she killed it.
True story.
And the funny thing is I found out later, I'm kind of calling her out, but I found out she hates the color pink and she hates Barbie. And you would never have known it
It great. Oh,
you would never have known it because she killed it in all the pictures. She was very comfortable.
Yeah.
But I think because of that experience, it made me more comfortable to be able to do something on the spot. But so the way I do my process is I call it a fitting. I don't know if that's the proper term, but you'll come and meet with me. And before you meet with me, either message or chat, and you tell me kind of like what type of styles that you like, and you can send me pictures. And then what I do is I draw up a few ideas. I am not an artist. I'm pretty bad at drawing, and I don't think you can see it on here, but anyway, but at least I know what it is. And then I have you bring a few garments that you like how they fit, and you'll bring them. And then whenever you come to meet me, you'll try them on so I can see how they fit you. And then I have you choose from fabrics. So whenever we're talking, we kind of go over some fabric choices, and then I just bring a lot for you to choose from. And then once we choose the fabric and the style, then I go ahead and I start designing. And so like with do you go by your real name? Okay. So Brittany, today she went ahead and she brought me one of her favorite pieces and told me like what she did and didn't like about it. And so I am going to make her this dress out of it, which I almost have ready for her to go ahead and try on. And then once she tries it on, then I'm gonna go ahead and start sizing it to her.
All right.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
pretty much it.
For sure. So, of course, in the interest of time, off camera, you size her up and you cut it,
Yes.
right? So this, at this
I
point,
went ahead and cut it before we jumped on, to kind of help save a little bit of time. And also it's kind of boring probably.
so at this point, the next step is are you gonna like put it on her and then kind of
Yep.
size it to her body type
Yep.
thing?
I'm gonna have her try it on and then I'm gonna start designing it for her. So when she puts it on, it should be kind of like, I don't know, a better term, kind of like a bag, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start bringing it into where she wants it brought in more.
Okay. All right.
And then if we would do cutouts, I love cutouts. I think most people that know me know I do a lot of low cut and cutouts. What else? I do a lot of one sleeve or one shoulders.
What what has been maybe some challenging body types or some challenging articles of clothing that people have asked you to wear?
Okay, so to be honest, because I was only making for like myself or for you, whenever people would ask me to make for them, no matter their size, it was a little bit hard for me because I think I was just kind of used to making for myself. And so whenever when my daughter started wanting me to design for her a little bit, she's very petite, if anyone knows her. She's very, very petite. And so it took me a minute to kind of get used to designing for her. And then, I don't know, I think it just started coming more natural. And I started pushing myself too, because I don't think I really tried to do other sizes.
Yeah.
And now I'll make things of other sizes. And then if I meet someone like at the store or wherever, and I like their attitude and stuff, sometimes I'll ask them, hey, would you want to try one of my outfits and can I just take some pictures for Instagram or something? And so I've done that. And I think that's kind of what got me started.
Yeah. So it's Amejz Fashions on Instagram. It's AMEJZ
Fashion, no S.
Fashion, no S, FASHION. Amejz Fashion on Instagram is where you find our website. And if I can get Low-Key to put your Instagram in there, I believe it's like Low-Key _2 or something like that. Low-Key has worn several pieces from Amejz Fashion that look fabulous on her for sure.
Yes, I would say she's probably my #1 girl fan.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also there's a Yoshi baby.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
TJ, what up, bro? You got going on tonight, sir?
Oh, man, just sitting up here at the lounge, puffing and watching the left side of the screen.
I know that's right. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. We got a guest in here. We're gonna size her up in a little bit. Are you ready now or?
Almost. Probably like 2-3 minutes.
So okay, so there's any I know Rob, I know you have a smoking jacket. Anybody else got a smoking jacket? And if you have one, how often do you wear it for what smoking jacket?
I wear mine probably twice a week for different things.
Mhm.
I wear it obviously for events, but I actually like to wear it when I go to lounges simply because most of them don't have that great filtration or air system. So like there's a local shop here. I can walk in for 5 minutes and I stink when I walk out after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the jacket can kind of help keep that down a little bit, but I wear it more for lounges, and I do wear it at home, as you've seen, if it's on the colder side, but I think it's a great piece just because smoking jackets, I mean, unlike you, some of us can't pull off the rock star look all day, but for somebody who's a fairly conservative dress, such as myself, it does take people off guard.
Yeah.
Or if you're at a good cigar event, it makes it memorable as well as colorful without being outside where people just go, you're absolutely nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if I wore rock star clothes, people would look at me and go, what the hell? Because let's be honest, it takes a certain personality to carry the clothes.
Yeah,
Well, and
Sure.
also I do think that you're probably a big part why I like always keep designing, because there's been, moments that maybe I got like discouraged, like maybe I
Yeah.
wasn't getting customers and, or when I think people really liked my style because I would do things that was very different, or I would try to be like ahead of time. And no matter what, you would be like, well, just make me something, or whatever. You've always been like a rock for me.
yeah. So so thank you for that. I appreciate that. I think I mean it's not about me, but I believe I'm very good at styling things.
Mhm.
So I almost would say no matter almost anything. So even if you've had some flaws and imperfections, but I'm like, hey, I know it's probably not good enough for you, but it's good enough for me, and I'll make it work. But anyway,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Yeah, there was a few things that I was like really surprised.
yeah,
And probably some of my most favorite pieces might have belonged to you too. It's not really your favorite style, but I love the the muscle hoodie that I made for you. And it had like rhinestones and studs
oh yeah,
like all
yeah.
over it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite.
Mhm.
But the funny thing is again, you wouldn't know that that's not really a style you didn't like because you would wear it.
Yeah, yeah,
So.
for sure. TJ, man, I know you've been known to throw on a suit and tie, whether it's at a DJ booth or at a lounge, man. Would you how would you equate fashion and cigars together, bro?
Man, it brings a certain class to it for me. I like my hoodies too, but you wear a suit with a cigar, man, people just look at you differently. You wear a jacket with a cigar, you wear a collar with, even just like that I got on now, even though it's been expired because I've been at work since 8 this morning, like, throwing on a sweater with a collar under it and some slacks or, something like that. It just brings a certain class to it. You know,
Yeah,
it steps you up no matter what you're smoking at that point. It
yep,
just makes people want to know, like, it makes people want to know what you're smoking, why
Yeah.
you're smoking that. Why are you wearing this? It brings the conversation, which is what you want when you're in the cigar lounge anyway.
yeah, for sure, 100%. Charles, man, OG, you always dapper, bro. How is cigars and fashion hand in hand with you?
You got to hit mute button. You got to hit the mute button, Charles. We can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, man. I like the swag when I go cigar smoking, and I'm feeling it. It's not nothing I'm trying to show off or nothing. That's just me. And I would love to rock a smoking jacket if I could find one. And because I'm confident in the look, it wouldn't look crazy to anybody because I'm presenting it. Alexander Mac Daddy. Hey, what's up? So yeah, I would love to. I think that goes hand in hand, man. Some guys ain't into it, but I'm into not so much fashion, but style. Because fashion come and go, but style,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's yeah, 100%. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Say cool, man. So you're all over. You're on a different continent, man. I know. You're bringing cigars of light over there, man. But what have you seen about cigars and fashion in Africa compared to, I guess in America?
Well, bro, I'm one of the few people that that had lace shirts before they knew you. I've been known to have a crushed velvet smoking jacket on with a lace shirt, some custom 501 cut leather cowhide pants, and some Durango engineer harness boots, and come up in the spotlight. What?
Yeah.
So in this community here, one of the things that I work on, in East Africa is galvanizing the younger crowd because cigars is still kind of like in the 80s in America. It's an older gentleman's game. So you'll see a room full of quasi Jamesons. If y'all know I am Jameson, you know his look. He has a very signature gentleman's look. He'll have the boating hat on. He might have an ascot on. He might have an over jacket on. He might have a vest on. Do you see that kind of style? You don't see what you see in the States. You don't see a lot of, t-shirts, baggy clothing. It's either really gentleman or dressed like TJ. You see somebody with a sweater and a collar shirt smoking. So until you arrive on the continent, I represent a little bit more of the risque style sometimes, a little bit more of the avant-garde style.
Yeah.
Or since I smoke here, I smoke everywhere. I learned from Jameson, take the first warning. So just like we were in a club in Denver and we both pulled out cigars and just started smoking in a club, I smoke everywhere and let them tell me I can't smoke.
Yeah.
But I'll take the first warning. So no matter what I have on, whether I've got, just a t-shirt on, I'm infamous for the black tank top, the black wife beater, or if I'm fully laid out in an African print, or if I'm in a full suit, I'm gonna make it work, and I try to normalize cigars.
Facts, man. Facts. I hear you. So, she's back. She has it on. Would you
Okay, yeah.
explain the next step?
So, like I said, I make, like for her size, because, you are wanting a more fitted look, right? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it where it was larger. And then that way I can start bringing it in on the sides. So, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it in on both sides, and then I'm gonna have her retry it on. And then once I get it to the fit that she wants, the tightness that she wants, then I'm gonna start doing the rest of the designing. If she wants cutouts or a lower neck or a V-neck, I'll let her decide then. We can also do like a cutout like here, or maybe one in the back. Or even make it to where I can lace it up just a little bit in the back as well. So, I'm getting ready for step 2.
Yeah, do that cutout in the front.
And I
That cutout in the
can't
front.
speak to start my machine, so she's starting the machine for me again.
Did that cut out the front? Yeah.
Yeah. Do that cutout in the front. That cutout in the front. It's functional.
Any questions so far? How we doing? We got 45 minutes. How we doing?
Jamie's fit is rocking though. I got to give Jamie that fit you got on right now. So I bet all right.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't like this one.
I wish I was that table.
Hey, if you went to some some Rockstar garb, man. She made a few of my pieces, bro. So stand out a little bit.
No, we'll leave that up to you, bro. We'll leave that definitely up to you, bro.
Are you interested in making smoking jackets?
Have you been on and I'm gonna grab some. Oh, wait, what? This one asked me a question?
Yeah.
What was it?
Are you into making smoking jackets?
So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what it was.
I have failed her. I would. So she can do it. She's never made it. She has made several jackets for me. So it is in her repertoire. Just maybe not on the smoking jacket style quite yet. But I'm fully confident that she can make it for sure. Rack, you ain't got no smoking jacket, Rack? That surprised me, bro.
I do not. I want one, but I'm not the average human, so I have to find one that fits.
Smoky Joe's out of Chicago. I got one of theirs. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think um Rob has one.
Rob, where you get your smoking jacket from, Rob?
They're all of mine are from Smoky Joe's, and
Smokey Joe.
yep, out of Chicago. She
Yeah.
I like them, and she does custom interior liners, which I like. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of, the customization on your torso isn't. It's really just a standard cut based upon chest size. So if you want one that's more fitted and looks like a suit, it's not so much that, but I guess smoking jackets are meant to go over existing clothes. So, but having one that actually could be tailored, I think that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And they're
I
on
bought-
Instagram. You can find them on Instagram.
Yeah, I bought one, and it was made in China. So enough said. It got right past my wrist, and that's as far as it go.
Smoky Joe's makes them for your pets too, and the one you got from China probably looked like it fit on your dog when it got
Exactly.
to you.
Exactly.
So let's talk about I've seen people come into the lounges in certain attire. Is there an etiquette when it comes to coming into a lounge and smoking into a lounge? Is there a dress code etiquette, or is there something not to do?
For the most part, for me, like I would never come in like with gym shorts on unless I'm just coming in to buy and leave. But if I'm sitting in the lounge, me personally, I'm not coming in with gym shorts and a tank on and just sitting chilling. That's just not my thing. Just looking halfway decent for me is cool. Because it's gonna take away from my cigar experience because I'm gonna talk about you the whole time. So we gonna laugh and choke on the cigar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the lounge experience is gentleman's experience. So, this, I don't know if I can say this, but there's nothing loud in a cigar lounge. Like, really shouldn't be loud music, it shouldn't be extra loud conversation, it shouldn't be extra loud clothes. And now, mind you, Rockstar's gonna come in looking like, the loudest thing in audible history, but that's his
Looking like
style.
Prince.
But everything, it's a refined gentleman's habit. So gentlemen and gentlewomen should be dressing accordingly. Ironically, in the Black community, we make everything extra most often. So you gotta be Sunday suit clean, pretty much coming in the cigar lounge, or as TJ said, it's gonna be a couple conversations had about you. So yeah, you should really step your game up when you come into a cigar lounge, and that should be expected, and that should really become the norm. You can smoke wearing whatever at your house. You want to smoke in gym shorts and a t-shirt, as TJ said, you got a garage for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Man, I do. Actually, I think there is a lounge etiquette where you shouldn't be able to sit in the lounge with, some basketball shorts and a white beater on. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Of course, you guys know I dress how I dress. But I do think there's something about, smoking a cigar and, like you said, in a gentleman's lounge or later, a grown folk a lounge. Period. There's just some kind of etiquette you have to do, in my opinion. That's for the home, or maybe that's for smoking in the park. Okay, yeah, I get it. On the beach, I get that too. But inside of a lounge, I do believe you should maintain a certain amount of etiquette when it comes to dress. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Again, Michigan, well, Detroit cigar lounge scene is a little bit different because you got up here, you got a vibe for every aspect of life. Like the spot we took you to downtown, La Casa.
Yeah.
During the day, you're gonna see the money up there. You're gonna see people dressed nice. But as soon as 8, 9 o'clock hit, the freaks come out at night. You're gonna see
Downtown.
everything. I mean, when I say everything, bro, you're gonna see cats coming from work with their Chrysler gear on. You're gonna see cats coming from hooping because it's either women or men down there looking. They searching, and they don't care what they have on because they know somebody gonna jump onto them. That's a different vibe. Now you have some lounges that you just don't want to go into, like a Churchill's up here. We have these lounges called Churchill's. When you step in that spot, it's just so plush. You don't even want to go in there without looking deep.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, let's segue into that. But we on what's that 3?
Yeah. So what I did was, I went ahead and had her put it on inside out. And then, went ahead and started bringing it in. So, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this up pretty close to where I have the pins. And then, have her try on again. It should still probably be a little bit too big on the next fit. But then that way you can start seeing, I'm starting to bring it to her body. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, do you guys have any questions?
Where do you draw your inspiration for your creations from, other than the ideas brought to you? Like, do you have a designer or a favorite designer?
Well, honestly, I've always been a huge Coco Chanel fan. But also a lot of my ideas, like they just come to me, like spare of the moment. Like I'll be driving or something, and I'll remember a design I was thinking of. Or if I'm close to a sketch pad or paper, I can't draw good, but if I don't have my it's called a croquis book. Because if you're in fashion design, you'll always draw on what's called a croquis, which is the body shape. And but if I don't have that, then I just kind of try to do it to where I know what it is, and then that way I can see it in my head. One thing I have noticed is whether someone brings me a design or I come up with it myself, if I can't really see the full design in my head, it will never turn out. I don't know what happens, like, because you would think once I start sewing, it would just come together, but it doesn't for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, so this croquis book, there's mannequins, what do we call them? So you can't see them, but there's like bodies you can just draw shirts on and stuff. There's like there's 2 on this page. But anyway,
so I do have a kind of a funny story about that too, because in fashion design school, you have to take you do have to take drawing classes. And I have never been able to draw. I've always been really bad. I can't even draw stick figures like real good. I do really. You always say you do good, but I honestly do pretty horrible. And my teacher, she, on the first day they had, oh, I should have bought that book. They had us draw, like from a magazine. We had to draw, the dress or whatever. And, so every week we had like 3 drawings that we had to do. And, at the end of the semester, I got most improved because my teacher, she flat out said that I was the worst the worst artist that she had ever met. She was like, I don't know how you make your clothes work out, but you can't draw. She used to tell me that every week, but she kept working with me. And there's a lot more to it than just doodling. Like you had to use tracing paper, and to do it correctly, you have to use tracing paper, and you'll draw it on one side and then you'll flip it and you'll press it and then start drawing from that. Even if it looks like it's off, it makes it like if I was to take my designs to have them made, they would need it that way, not the way that I draw it. Because the way I draw it, they're going to be all crooked and everything.
So is drawing it before you make it, is that an important part of making, I guess, your vision come to life?
They say it is, but I had to teach myself how to do it that way because that's not how I.
You just started. Oh, okay.
I would just see something and I would just make it.
Do you think it's helpful to draw first?
I think because I'm been making myself do it more and more. Now I kind of feel like I am a little bit dependable on it. Like today, I went ahead and drew out a couple ideas just to feel a little bit more secure
Gotcha.
about my
I
idea.
got you. I see. Oh, I see. I see. What you, oh, yeah. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. TJ, let me get back to what you were saying, man. I guess let's open the floor for more questions. Um, um, uh, let's talk about, I guess, the type of lounge it is, or how it looks. So I've been to some hole in the wall lounges. I've been to some lounges. It seems like you know you need to wear a tie when you go in there. Do you think the setting of the lounge kind of dictates what people wears in there, wear inside of them?
I mean, I honestly, I think it should. I mean, like I said, Detroit has a million different vibes. So like, we have a lounge called Don Cristo's. When you walk in that lounge, I mean, they have marble tops. Their bar is literally marble tops that light up, and it's plush couches in there everywhere. Like it just looks like you want. I tell everybody when they want to go to Don Cristo's, it's like a date night situation. You're trying to take your girl out, you know, get dressed up, go. They got great food, great selection, great drinks. If you step in there just looking like whatever, you're asking for people to look at you and say, "Man, what the hell?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But again, you have some lounges like this one I'm at now. It's called Ambassador. It's like a home lounge. So like the homies that just come in here, they won't come in here with gym shorts on, but they'll come in with jogging suits and just chill and vibe out. Like the homies are sitting here with me now, just chilling after work, just sitting chilling. You know, some of them got, you know, J's on, hoodies on, just chilling. So it's just a different vibe. So yes, in essence, I know I talked a lot on that one, but yes, in essence, it
Yeah.
should dictate the way you look. Like if you walk in shorts to a Don Cristo, you're literally like, you have no sense of what you should be doing. Like,
Yeah.
And I don't care if you hood or whatever. If you that hood, you don't need to be smoking cigars like that.
Yeah.
Because it's a certain class that comes with smoke. To me, this is my opinion. You know, it's a certain class that comes with cigars.
So do you think that like if someone shows up just any type of way, it feels kind of like disrespectful to the lounge?
To me, yes. Like, unless you're just coming in buying cigars. If you're just coming in, rushing in, buying cigars and lean back out, yeah. But if you walk in and you see everybody suited and booted and you sitting here for an hour or two with gym shorts on, you should kind of be like, wait a minute, hold on, let me leave and come back tomorrow when I can at least wear some jeans and at least a button up or something. I'm not saying you got to be suited, but something that looks decent or matches the lounge where you're at.
Sure, for sure. D-Jack said he's in like a happy, you know, the lounge he's in is more of a happy hour joint. You know, it's people in there with hoodies or just get off of work type thing. Where you at, D-Jack? Man, y'all in the comments. I'm trying to read it.
Oh, you can see this?
He's at the loft in Farmington. I see his back.
Sometimes he also said sometimes people who new to the community don't know any better. I agree, and you know, I think it's up to us to man, we talk about education all the time. It's another aspect of, you know, we see Wednesday Cigars, education, libations, conversations. So you know, I feel like it's up to us, you know, to pull the brother, sister aside, to tell them what's up. On that note, there's only one female anywhere. There's three female altogether. So I don't think low key would want responses. I don't know. So fellas, is there proper etiquette for, you know, for guys' point of view? All right, guys' point of view. Is there proper etiquette for females wearing certain attire in lounges? Guys' point of view, please understand that.
To me, yeah. Well, I don't want to talk. Let me. I've been talking a lot. I'll let one of the other fellas answer. My bad.
Like, you good, bro? I mean, anybody? I mean, anybody? Yeah, anybody.
Well, I think if a female comes to a cigar bar, and just like you know, we were saying, each bar got its own vibe. So if a woman wants to fit in to the fancier places, I think she should come in appropriate as well. And it's like a guy that come in you know, his track outfit and a headband, you know, he's gonna feel out of place. But a woman, they get it. They get it easier than we do. They're not going to come in. I don't think they're going to come into the place inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because they want to be, you know, they want to be noticed, and so they want to fit into the atmosphere. So I think they They dress appropriately. At least from my experience.
Also,
I've seen.
Go ahead,
I
Rat.
think also the lounge itself sets the vibe.
Yeah.
In most cases. So, and the type of individual that you are, you will seek out that particular lounge that best suits your personality, your vibe, your comfort level. If I want to smoke in a nice suit, you know, throw my threads on with a nice brim and some flats, I know where to smoke there. If I want to put on, you know, a jogging suit, I know what lounge, you know, best suits that. We have one in Danville, California, that, you know, we go to when it's nice. It's an outdoor establishment. In Danville, it's too hot to, during the summer to do anything but shorts. So that place, you'll see everybody in shorts, you know, a t-shirt, button down or whatever, a polo shirt or whatever. That's the etiquette there. You know what I mean? But it's 107 degrees outside. You don't want to be in nothing but that.
Yeah.
Then you could go to excuse me, wingtip in San Francisco, you know, the same, 4 hours later that night, and you're gonna dress up to go there. So you as a cigar smoker, you gotta, one, don't be ignorant to where you are in your cigar, how do I say, growth. I don't know anybody, not just a cigar smoker, I don't know anybody that wants to go someplace and not fit in. You know what I mean? So I think it's really, really the cigar lounge will set the vibe. The individual will either adhere to or not. That's just and as far as ladies are concerned, I mean, we have my home, the Herb St. Clair's. We have a large contingency of ladies that come in now, and when we have events there, they show out. Show out. They come dressed. They come nice, and it's a good showing. And then when it's a casual day, you see them dressed down and very casual. But the most important thing is that we make those women and feel safe and comfortable there. That's the most important thing, to make them feel like they even want to be there. I'm not going to, the worst thing you can do to a woman is judge her appearance.
Yeah. I agree with that. So Brittany, our model off camera over here, you've been to a couple lounges now. How did you feel dressing? A couple times you went 2 different occasions, 2 different outfits.
Yeah.
How did you feel the first time versus the second time?
Like 2 different styles, or like one was more dressy and one was
more relaxed.
Okay.
Did you feel a certain way the first time versus the second time? So the first time wore some tights, a jacket and sneakers.
Yeah. And I felt, I guess I was okay. But the second time I went, I had heels on and I felt out of place. Because I was the only one in there with heels and a dress on.
Yeah.
But
So I do think that this brings up like a good thing, because it depends on everyone's comfortability. Because like me, I always feel comfortable in heels. Like no matter, like I can wear a tracksuit and put on heels, and I've always been like that probably since I was like 18 years old.
Yeah.
But whenever I wear tennis shoes, I trip all the time. Like I don't have good balance because I'm used to wearing heels. And
so that brings back a good point what Rex said. Never judge a woman by what she's wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
you might get a woman who wears heels because she loves wearing heels. You might get a woman who's wearing sneakers because she can't wear heels.
Yeah.
Or but she's still
always,
fly.
I've always and I think it also kind of depends on like how you grew up too. Like me, I don't know, my family is definitely not into fashion. However, I always kind of was like, so as soon as I moved away from home, like instead of wearing like super baggy clothes all the time.
Overalls and farm.
I did have some overalls, but anyways, instead of wearing stuff like that, and also I was huge in track. I was #1 in state. And so besides wearing that, as soon as I moved away from home, all of a sudden my clothes changed a lot, because it was from one of my cousins. She had told me that I would look thinner because I always was saying how fat I was. She's like, you're not, but she was like, you look thinner if you would wear more form-fitting clothes. So she took me shopping and bought me like a whole new wardrobe. And that's how it kind of started the whole thing. And then I just like never went back, and I think I went like 15 years, so I didn't even own a pair of jeans. Like even when you first met me, I didn't own a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
And then and I would only have one pair of tennis shoes for in case if I, wanted to go running and stuff. But
Keeps on though, keeps on. Yeah, multitask. How's it going though? Process still going good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So typically, I guess depends on what they want. How long would a session take?
Maybe like, if you're with me, like probably 2 to 4 hours, you're probably gonna leave with at least one thing, depending on like what you want. Now,
And that's
now,
from scratch, it's starting to fit, that's
yeah.
them coming in.
So
and
Loki probably could answer that probably even better than me, because she might be a little bit more time conscious whenever she's meeting with me. And whenever we meet up, because she is my ambassador. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but anyway, when she comes over, and then I just start putting them together, like one after another, and she just tries on as I'm doing the next one. And then she always look a few things.
Good, sure, for sure. Any more questions, anybody? We got to chat, just in time.
What do you see this? How do I say this? Okay, it's one thing making clothes for Rockstar, because you can take so many, you can basically just do whatever, and Rockstar can make that come to life. But can you tone it down and maybe can you make clothes for like a more conservative man like myself and Rob?
So I was waiting for somebody to ask me that, because I think I did really struggle with that a lot at first. And I am honest about it. I can make t-shirts and stuff. I'm probably better at V-necks than I am like regular oval necks, just because I've done it more for him. But yeah, I can still do it.
Now, so there's I guess there's two types of conservative. There's like conservative when it comes to the style of it, and there's conservative when it comes to the pattern.
And the fit.
Yeah, and the fit. So you can get some exotic pattern with a conservative shirt there, rack, if you need to.
Yeah, I'm very fashion conscious, but I'm more like Charles said. I prefer style. I'm 56 years old. I don't particularly want to be in the club looking like a 22-year-old. I want to stand. I want a woman to walk past me and notice the way I smell, see the way I look, and then want to experience the way I live. But it's definitely a look and a style that I go after.
Let me write that down. I need to use that. No, that's perfect.
Don't. Hey, look, bro. I got a whole Pimp Chronicles, man. Don't write it down. I'll send it to you, bro.
I was gonna say that's pimping 101 right there, boy.
Thank you.
But she always like, that was the thing too. Like whenever you could always smell you, like kind of like before you would see you.
Yeah.
Be like,
yeah. So Will from her boy says, can you make tailor-made suits?
So like from scratch or alterations?
How about both?
So I've never made one from scratch, but that is something I'm kind of interested in. I'm working on corsets right now, because corsets was something I hadn't done either, and that's literally one of my most favorite styles. So I'm working on corsets and suits. I was wanting to try to do like a vest and pant outfit. I had an idea for one the other day. So I want to start with vest and then maybe try suits, but as of right now, no.
So would you say, so, you know, there's a bunch of fellas on here, would you, you're comfortable making certain men's clothes, but you're more confident in women's because you make more women's clothes?
Probably.
Yeah.
And you don't dress like the typical man, so like not in a bad way. Like,
Actually, he does. He actually does. It's just not from this era.
oh, like Prince, yeah. Like, remember that one comment someone made if Prince and Michael Jackson had a
Well,
baby?
Rockstar is a culmination of George Clinton, Parliament and Funkadelic, and Prince.
Don't leave out Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz. Don't leave out Lenny.
Definitely.
And Rockstar,
Lenny-
Rockstar could do that. Rockstar don't set trip, he set trends. And I see how
Thank you.
you know how his fit go together, and he's the only one could do that. I mean, I see your pictures. Hey man, you do it. And
Rockstar.
couldn't do that. Nobody else could do that. That's what I say about style,
Now
man.
that's Rock,
And it depends
Rockstar.
on your
That's your next. He just gave you your next T-shirt, bro. I don't set trip. I set trends.
Yeah.
That's your next T-shirt, bro.
There you go. We look for side. There we go. How you doing with me, lady?
I'm chilling.
You chilling?
I'm chilling.
What you? How's that drink to you?
It's on my ass.
How do you feel about the process so far? You excited about it?
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So I'm interested to see how
Yeah. So as it unfolds, does it make you nervous? Does it like well, this is what, so I mean, what I'm getting at is, you know, if you have a house built, you walk in there, you're like, this ain't supposed to be here, looks crazy. I wonder if it's gonna come out right. And then next you know, you see the finished product. And then it's like, oh, we just trust the process.
that's what I'm
Okay.
trusting the process.
Okay, yeah,
I'm definitely trustful.
I got you. Right on. What's everybody drinking on tonight? I went basic with some Crown tonight.
You know me. I
I
was sipping on Four Roses, baby. Four Roses.
Oh yeah.
I had Martell VSOP. I mean Remy Martin VSOP, but I'm finishing up on this Stella.
I'm knocking the last of this little Blanton's out.
Cap.
I told you, bro. It's a lifestyle.
How long does it take to make course? Okay, I'll get to that. What does that say? Corsets for men or ladies too. I'll get to that too. Are you available or you gotta go? You gotta go in there?
Yeah, I was gonna go check.
Okay. I got some questions for you when you get back.
Oh, okay.
Water. DJ taking it easy tonight. Whistle Pig. Man, my brother drinking better than me. It's all right though. Cheers to this Crown. It's still treating me right. Okay, any new beverages you guys had that maybe up and coming we all know about? Some of y'all tried to like, oh, just change the world a little bit.
Oh man,
this is new drink called Penelope bourbon. That stuff is amazing.
Yes. I had the one. I think it had a white label on the one I had. I don't know what it was, but it had a white label on it, I think.
Rose. You had the Rose. They got the Architect, and they got 4 of them now. But that Rose and the Architect to me is the business.
Bruh, it's almost my new go-to, man. And for the price, I think I paid $35 for the bottle, something like that. 30, 38, something like that.
Yeah, they got some higher end ones too. That Rose is like 35. They got some higher end ones, but they all good.
Yeah, for sure. Who's
There's
that?
a gentleman here in Fairfield, California, who started his own brand called the Devil's Hand. It's very moderately priced. I'll put it up against some of the finer whiskeys out there right now. It's really, really, really good. Next, when I get up, if you're still on, I go out to, I got one in the car. I'll just grab another one and I'll show it to you. It's really, really good. He's a local guy.
You said it's called Devil's Hen?
The Devil's Hand.
And I guess it's black owned out there in Cali?
It's not black owned, but it's in Cali.
Mm.
Well, the bottle I have is black owned, I guess, huh?
Yeah. 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 Gatorade and water. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sherry Cash, Penelope. Oh, I need to try the whole lineup. The problem is I bought the $35 because I had 4 of the bottles, so I was already tapped out on the budget. So man, I guess I could put 3 back, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Man. What else everybody got going on, man? And so TJ, her boys, how was it? June 8th? How's June 8th looking, bro? Everything set? Y'all ready to go with it?
June 9th, man. We ready, man. We ready.
June 9th, my
Everybody
bad.
that can fly in, come on in, man. Come kick it with us. We're gonna have a good time. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let one of the other fellas or DJ can't talk. He in the lounge, but it's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be nice. Everything y'all come in for the out of town people. Let us know y'all coming. We'll make sure you have a chair, a tent, but everything is absolutely free at this event. From the food, y'all know we're gonna have cigar and liquor going around. It's at the park. It's gonna be like a neighborhood family reunion kickback situation. This is what we do for our community up here. We're gonna have a good time.
right on, man. I'm planning on being there. Here we go. Is this the next step?
Okay, yep. So I brought it in. We turn around. So what we talked about in there was, we're gonna go ahead and I do have a couple of ideas, but we're gonna kind of let you guys choose. So couple of ideas is, of course, I can do low cut. So cut it here and then, bring it up and around kind of like normal. And then we could always do like a cutout in the back, maybe or something. Or another idea, which I really like, is I can do a bunch of slits all the way through. Because she is comfortable in crop tops, but with this fabric, if I did a low cutout, I feel like it might not be that comfortable. So I feel like doing the slits across will still kind of give the same type of effect that we're looking for. But I'm gonna let you guys vote.
Low cut or no cut?
All right.
Low cut or split?
You should cut the underbust out. Cut the underbust out so it's half exposed on the underbust.
Right.
But you did,
But
you did tell me you wasn't comfortable with that.
But I think so. Let me say this. I think that's the more comfortable thing when someone is less voluptuous, and wears no bra. So but
Hey, I'm trying to give the inspiration for. I mean, you breaking it down a little bit too much. I was just trying to get an inspiration for the idea, the underbust cut out, and then a little bit in the lower back, exposing the top of all of that. She blessed.
Oh, we got undercut, we got deep V.
Oh,
V-neck?
they're putting comment. Oh.
Who else we got? Any more opinions? What we got?
I think I read something. I think somebody put practice.
There we go. So it looks like we got looks like the low cut way.
Cleavage.
Yeah, I think that's
They
what
want
it is.
titties.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
Hey, definitely low cut.
definitely low neckline, definitely low cut. Yeah.
Okay.
So
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it right in front of you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what I can do, I can leave it to where you have like a keyhole, and I can bring it as low as you want, or I can go ahead and cut it. Either way. What do you guys think?
The keyhole is working.
Okay.
No, the keyhole is working. Don't need to be no lower. All you trying to do is show cleavage. You ain't trying to give it away. You just supposed to coax a little bit.
Right. You're trying to be sexy but classy. You know what I'm saying? You keep it right there, like our man said, you're right on top.
Yeah. For sure.
And like the same in the back, a longer kind of, show that center of that back in the middle. That'll be it.
Yeah. That curve on the back where you can pour water from the tip of her neck down that back. Oh my God, Lord.
Look, you already know, Rack. You
You
gang,
understand?
gang.
You understand where I'm going? A little bit of water, just pour it down that back.
Oh, boy.
That's the
Mm.
that's the original now.
You be slick with it. You just take a little bit out, a little ice cube out of your glass, put it on the back of her neck, just let it race down there and watch it.
There, brother. I miss you, brother. I miss you. They don't understand. You know, I miss you, brother. You know, I got to get a little ice cube because you know mine. You know, they be kind of.
Yeah. You can't have that big. Yeah, you gotta get that little one.
If I, you know, mine, if I get a big one, it's gonna drown them. So I
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So gentlemen's talk on here. Just for YouTube's sake, we are older gentlemen here. I think we all agree. It looks like it. We still want to have, just for the ladies, men opinion again. Once again, we would like to see ladies come in there sexy, classy. It ain't got to be too much. A little tease would be nice type thing. I guess.
That's it.
But
You know,
I think the consensus for cigar gentlemen, sexy, classy is the look.
most certainly, man. As you get older, man, as you get more wise, you meet a woman, right? You see a woman, you meet a woman. If you're fortunate enough to make that person that you capture that woman, you make that woman yours. You're not gonna want her out there half naked anyway. So I like to treat them like I meet them. I want to meet you you have to look a certain way for me to, for me to be drawn to you. You know what I mean? I don't trashy is not for me. It's just not. I enjoy a classy woman. I enjoy a woman who takes pride in her appearance and her attitude. I had a conversation with a young lady. We were just doing a sip and chat at my house the other night, and I said, and I mean no offense to anybody in here, any woman in here. But I said the problem with today's woman is the women are not separating themselves from the hoes. They look the same, they dress the same, they walk the same, they're wearing the same shit, they have the same conversation. So it's not until I don't have an X-ray machine. It's about my heart. Well, I don't have an X-ray machine in my pocket. You know what I mean? I don't see the heart. I see your exterior. I see your exterior first. I see your exterior, and then I have to deal with your. I pull that onion. That piece down. Now I got to deal with your attitude. See what your attitude is like. I pull that down, and then we get to your heart. But the first thing we're gonna see is your exterior.
Yep, for sure. I hear that.
One of the funniest things about being here in Africa, one of the things that you'll realize as soon as you get off the plane is that we are copies of copies of copies. Like all the original bodies are here, and these slim, thick, voluptuous, curvy. I'm talking about men and women. When I go to clubs sometimes, and I'll be like, man, if you don't sit your muscular, been throwing shit all day behind down somewhere so I can get some shine. I mean, the men over here are cut chisel. The women are cut chisel. And the funny thing is, when you get to a certain age, I'm 52, if you're not naked, you don't need to be nearly naked. A little ambiance, a little intrigue becomes more sexy. I heard our designer say she likes cuts. That's why I said underbust cut, because the underbust cut, listen, they make
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I like
they're
that.
making wire bras now with the wire that's got material on it, but it has the underbust. Rihanna has them.
You're right.
Girl has some in the closet. As soon as I seen them, I was like, yeah, buy that in every color, because we used to seeing top cleavage, but when you see a hint of under peeking out in a shirt, she wear a button shirt with a little peek of under, and when she turn a certain way, you see a little bit of flash. I'm like, girl, you better stop playing with me. Stop playing.
Yeah, it's a good look. I like a little side boob too, for sure.
But we done seen it naked. Like I said, if you're not naked, give us a little excitement, because a lot of times we go out to the club and I see some of these young girls and they got everything hanging out, and I'm like, you look like you too expensive. Because because I can tell you like to spend money, and that's all I think is you like to spend money. It ain't even about whether you sexy or not. Like you like to spend other people's money. I can see that. But when I see that little keyhole, and you see a little bit, or they got the side cuts,
Yeah.
that little y'all know that soft area.
I mean,
She know what I'm talking about. That little soft area on the side. You can see that through the dress. Oh my God! Come on,
yeah,
talk
yeah,
to me.
yeah, that made sense. That made sense. So man, cigars are, very much a social thing. I say it all the time. It's becoming more of a social thing. And there's, younger ladies that are coming into cigar lounge because they tired of the young, club banging and all that. Which, I've seen ladies in the club, new cigar smokers that may be borderline. They might come from the club to go to the lounge in club attire in a lounge. I don't necessarily frown on that. I think after a while they'll realize either they feel out of place or a couple days in they will say something to them, and it is what it is. But it is
That hot ash drop on that bare leg, or that low
yeah,
plunge, that hot
yeah.
ash. See, that hot ash change your attire. That's
Mhm.
one thing you were talking about smoking jackets earlier. Man, I got a black one I need to replace because I was in the lounge and it was a younger smoker and she was doing a little bit too much and she singed the velvet. But then I thought I was mad for like a split second. Then I was like, man, if I ain't had that jacket on, she'd have burnt up my shirt or she'd have burnt my arm if I had a short sleeve shirt on. So I'm like, that singe will change your attire. You'll understand why brothers wear smoking jackets, why brothers wear long pants, because when you long ash and that whole hot ash drop on your leg, you will understand why a certain attire is preferred.
Like the
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, it's nothing special. Nothing special. Sure.
It's not made out of like a certain.
I was earlier in my smoking. Well, I'm not gonna say earlier in my smoking. Earlier in my Zoom Rockstar After Hours experience, I was educated by a guy who used to live in the States. He's now abroad, who talked about how he would drop ash on women and how that would, I don't want to go into it, but it could be seductive. From what I hear, I don't know. Maybe somebody, can you help me with that, brother?
Yeah, I heard about those certain things. See, the one thing about that is, again, we place ash. Ash is very warm and it has a very every cigar has a slightly different texture. Usually Cubans are a little bit more gritty. They have a more sandy, abrasive texture. Some of your your Cuban sandwiches with short filler in them, they'll have that fluffier, light powdery texture, and that's a whole different sensation. So again, I see how our designer is attired today, and if I would have a young lady like that in the cigar lounge that we had good conversation, I might introduce her to some ash with everything that's exposed. So having those little keyholes and things like that's again, that takes my mind in a different kind of place because there's any spaces and places that you can have access to. Your mind sees it, then your mind starts conceiving what you can do with that area. It becomes a whole different situation.
Will always coming in here all noisy, man. Will, man, get it together, bro.
Can I get
What's
you?
up, Double D?
I was trying to figure out who that was. Who's Double D? I thought he had some jokes. What's going on?
Mhm.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I see
Double
what
D,
it.
one of the sisters of the leaf out there blowing big clouds.
Okay, so still in it. Okay. Some female opinion would be nice. We on YouTube though. I respect the privacy. What we doing? Rethread it
Double
again?
D look like she out in that lounge. She can't. That's too much noise.
Well, the biggest fan of this fabric.
So you said it's not the biggest fan of the fabric. So does different fabrics take different time? Was it harder to do certain fabrics? Is it easier to do certain fabrics?
Yeah. Yeah, some fabrics, which I did actually try to test it before. I tested 2 different fabrics to see which one I thought, because this machine is not the one I normally
Yeah,
use.
that's right, that's right.
It's my backup machine because my sewing machine that I always use is actually in the shop right now. And so I'm using the backup one, and I have noticed, even though I've been sewing a lot, like the last few days I've been using it, I noticed some fabrics it doesn't seem to like because it will break the thread a lot.
Hmm.
But I know my tension and everything is right, so I think it's just kind of like the machine
Yeah.
and stuff, but it doesn't do it on all of them, so. But I did try to test the fabric ahead because I had a couple of different ones and I thought this one was gonna be better, but I probably didn't do a big enough test.
So you think like after over time as you get in, the machine runs more, it changes the way it sews?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because like
It's gonna be mindful.
sometimes I think it's strange the things that I know, but obviously everyone knows I sew. I think most people know that I make candles and stuff
Oh, yeah,
too.
that's right. Good plug.
So the funny thing about both is like candles, people don't know this, but candles, they form a memory from the very first burn. So the first time you burn a candle, you don't want to burn it and then blow it out in like 20-30 minutes, because then the memory is going to only burn straight down. It's not going to burn out.
Mm.
So the first burn should always be anywhere between probably 2 to 4 hours. You never want to burn a candle more than 4 hours though, because they can start a fire. And it doesn't matter what type of wick. I use wooden wicks. Those you definitely don't want to, but cotton wicks are the same way. But machines, they form a memory, like they're like the person that's sewing on it, it's like it gets used to it. So kind of like people say that their car knows them, the way that they drive the car, they feel like the car is like one with them. The machine is like that too.
Mm.
So
That's crazy. Oh no, that's great.
I've always thought that.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, you would know. I mean, it makes sense.
And I feel like this machine and we haven't had enough time together.
It's kind of like plants. You gotta talk to it. Coach
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Is there so you can multitask and ask your questions if you can. Is there something that you would like to get like put together, some kind of design you'd like to put together that you haven't done yet? Is there something you're more excited about doing in the future that you'd like to try?
Well, I do want to try to do men's suits. That is something that I would like to try.
I mean, you can.
In the next, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know.
Plus, I want to do other things with them too, because I like painting and stuff. Like, I'm not an artist, so everything I do is abstract. And I talk with my hands a lot, sorry. But yeah, I do want to do some suits, and I'm very excited to do corsets.
Oh, somebody asked about a corset. I forgot. Let me get back to those questions. So do you do men's corsets and women's corsets? Let me see. I think I missed it.
I actually asked you the other
Thanks,
day.
CJ. My bad, I missed it. Sure. I forgot the question. I can't find it. But do you do how long does the corset take? And do you do men's corsets and women's corsets?
So far I haven't done a full corset. I did make a corset belt, so meaning that it doesn't have the top. So it goes here and around and then ties in the back. But it doesn't have the top. So I call it a corset belt. And then as far as men ones go, I actually asked you the other day if you would try one and you never responded. So if you want me, I was gonna try one.
Yeah, of course. I saw I got some design ideas too, because I believe Sekou, who is actually inspired me in some of my fashion. I think you sent me like a IG reel or a picture of men's corsets, I believe. It might have been a couple of years, bro. So I don't know if you remember.
I do have a few ideas for some.
What we doing? What we doing? No step.
Threading
Oh my gosh, why is it guys redress? Is it
Yeah.
normal? Is it?
sometimes,
Oh, yeah?
but that's why
That, because of the
sometimes,
fabric?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So do, so men's corset, huh? Hey, okay.
I've been really wanting to do one.
I'll have to try.
Hey, Rockstar, can you ask her that way? And then she's ready to make a speak. Let me know. I'll be the first.
Go. Yeah.
What?
Whenever he said whenever you ready to do suits, Will say he got you.
Okay, what kind of suits do you like? Like basic, or do you want something that's like a little bit different?
I'm very open-minded. You know, I have my own idea. It's about the idea altogether. But I'm open-minded to where you think you can be at to make your first suit, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Double D says oh man, I need a better format. I'm like that. Yeah.
You're doing way better than me.
She said, Double D said she liked the idea of a corset belt.
Okay, and those, I made one, is Loki still on here?
No, she's not.
Oh, I made one for her the other day. So I'll see if this is what I'll do. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I'm gonna see if she can do some pictures in it. And I'll post them. And then I'm gonna make me one in the next couple of days, probably, and so I'll post that too.
And when you do, I'll repost it.
Okay.
So it's Amejz Fashion.
Mhm.
Amejz Fashion on Instagram.
No S.
No S. Oh, you have a TikTok page too, right? Was
Uh-huh.
that just Richelles Esexquisites?
It is Richelle, but it's fashion and candles both.
Okay, so TikTok as well. Richelles Esexquisites, she has her candle line. As you sell that, if you can multitask, how's it? What made you get, what made you get into candles? And I know you have so my favorite, I guess, the body products or hygiene products. What would you call them?
I already know, like,
Yeah, I don't know what to call them, but I always call them self-care products.
yeah,
So
Self-care product that's so lovely.
yeah.
for sure. So I know you have a sugar scrub that I really like.
Mhm.
What made you get into the self-care products? And how's that going? Like, how's that going?
So, the reason why I started making candles and stuff is actually, so like, I do government programs, outside of designing and making candles. And, during COVID, I actually am someone who had COVID like 4 times. And so the first time I had it so bad, I didn't think that I was ever going to be able to work again. So I looked up like businesses to do from home. And I really enjoy making things like, I don't like feeling like I've wasted my time. Like playing video games to me always felt like I was wasting my time. But making stuff, I could see it and use it and wear it or smell it. And so whenever I saw that candles was on the list, I was like, oh my gosh, I love candles. And so I just, while I was in bed, I just started researching how to make them. And then whenever my legs got strong enough for me to be able to stand again, then I just started trying different wax and wicks and stuff, and started making them. I'm a very blessed person. So like my very first try of ever making candles, they turned out pretty perfect. Like they smell really good. They have a good cold scent and hot scent, and they didn't catch on fire. Like so on my very first try, I thought they turned out good, but then I went from there and started experimenting with different types of wicks because I knew I wanted to do all wooden wicks, except for my massage candles, which was a later product. Can you, Fred? And then you might want to stay in that chair. But anyway, so I just started testing and started making them. And then every time I'm somebody who like, anytime I see someone make something, I don't know why I think I can do it. So I run out and get all this stuff and try it. So then I started making sugar scrubs, hair and body oil. I make room fresheners.
Bath salt.
Yeah, bath salt. Massage candles is one of the newer ones, which is our favorite. Yeah.
I need your website because like everything like with cigars and what you're offering is so sensual. I love it.
Okay, you can go on TikTok, and if I don't have everything listed on there, so you can always message me too.
So let me tell y'all a little something about those massage candles though. Those are everything. Whether man, I don't even care. Whether you single, married, or self-care or romantic massage to your partner, those are very, very dope. Man, I'm gonna go get one real quick.
Okay.
I think I have one in there.
And I have a tea light one, so that one will burn a little
I need
quicker.
to finish. I want to be mindful of the time.
It's in my bag.
Okay.
Rockstar, I'd just like to just intervene for just a quick second, not to take anything from her, but when I tell you I love your videos and your ashtray, it is making me come alive, baby. I am alive. I am not just existing. I am alive. Do you hear me, baby? I am alive.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It really means a lot. I'm just a creative, and I just do things, and that's why I do appreciate the feedback for sure. I have fun doing it.
And I honestly mean that from a genuine part of me. Like, what happens is a lot of times that a lot of us suppress who we really want to be because we're scared of how people will judge us. And
100%.
you just have no care. And at 52, baby, I got more years behind me than I do in front of me. So I thank you for bringing me alive. And I mean that from the bottom of my stomach, from the bottom of my heart. I mean that. I really do. I thank you for awakening what really is me, because I hide behind my alias name, but my alias name is who I really want to be, but I've always been scared of who or how people would perceive me. And I thank you for bringing me alive. And I'm going to leave it at that.
You're very welcome. I appreciate that. You make me blush over here. No, I thank you for that. And I really appreciate the feedback. And I have recently learned, maybe the last year or so, that I inspire people because of people like you telling me. So I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it very much so.
What's the alias name?
I would love to tell you, but I don't need some people to know. But do know that the Rockstar has made me be who I really am. Like, he's helped support me for who I really want to be. Because my alias name, honestly, is just the person who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hide because of the fact that I have grown up in a traditional Baptist family. Like, women are supposed to be women at all times. But I am who I am. And I thank the Rockstar for the support and also the fact that it's okay to be who you are. Because one thing about him that I love about him, it's no question, no matter what he do, he is truly a man. It's just the fact that he's not scared of who he is. There's no question about who he is. And the people that question who he is, the hell with them, because he know who he is and he live in that. So I appreciate him for helping me be who the true person that I am authentically made to be.
Well, thank you for that very much.
But okay, you didn't answer the question. What's your alias? My goodness. All of that, you didn't tell us what the alias is.
So y'all really want to know who my alias is? Let me tell you, The Rock, baby. But she is who Erica really is, but was afraid to be. So now it's out, and it is what it is.
Amen to that. Amen to that. No, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I've had I will say there's a few fellas in this room who helped inspire me along the way, because So I want to make this about me, man, but you know, it is, you know, hard sometimes being you, man, because you just hear so much crap, you know, I've had, you know, Say Cool, Rack, you know, TJ, there's a few fellas on here, Rob, Travis Cigars, who always push me, man, just to keep doing what I'm doing and be who I am authentically. So
That's right. Keep being who you are because you are bringing light. Even if it's people out there that don't speak up, it is what it is. I appreciate
Exactly.
it. There's nothing wrong with being who you really are. Whether people love you, it's on them. But you know, if they don't, it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I love you, Rockstar, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sure. How are we doing?
Good. I might have figured out the problem too. We'll see. I don't want to jinx myself,
I think, well,
but I think I figured it out.
well, I didn't even know you had a problem.
Well, it kept breaking the thread, but I think it had to do with this piece.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
What you sewing
so
there, girlfriend? What are you sewing there?
but like this machine, like I said, this machine is not one that I use that often. It's just like my backup machine. So, I still learn on it every time I sew.
So what are some heartaches during the design process that either we don't see, or that you make look easy?
I
As a consumer, like we're just sitting here, we're hanging out with smoking cigars. You're making a dress right now. We're just chilling. Like,
So I kind of think like sometimes because one thing that usually I'm pretty good at is fit.
Mhm.
Like a lot of times I'm pretty good at getting stuff to fit someone's body the way they want it to fit.
Mhm.
And I think because of that, sometimes it seems like it's easier than it kind of is. Or if I'm struggling with it a little bit, I get really upset with myself. It's really easy if it's like not turning out the way I can see it. But there's been times that I like was making stuff and I would draw it out ahead or go off of a picture, and then the finished product, I would get a lot of compliments on it, but it was nothing like what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, true.
So.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating, like at the machines not wanting to sew properly, because that does happen to me sometimes. And I think sometimes, if I'm threaded again, I think sometimes whenever I'm doing fittings too, because I want to do such a good job, I think it makes me a little bit,
You gotta know how to sew after that.
I think it makes me a little bit nervous sometimes too, so. So sometimes it makes me have like a little bit more difficulties.
We're doing on time.
I don't know what time it is.
9:50.
I have to get Jocelyn at 10. She's 30 minutes away.
Okay. You gonna do one more try on and then end it?
Can I just come back? I can do that in like an hour.
Can we at least show them what you done so far?
We really do have to.
I mean, can she try this on and put it show?
Yeah. Yeah. And also grab my shoes.
Yeah.
Yes, try it on, girl. It is what it is.
So it's not the finished product, not the complete finished product, but we have
That's
some time.
okay.
And yeah, I'm excited to see it too. I was telling you, Tom, I'm sorry, I thought you heard me. I'm sorry. She has to go pick up her daughter at a certain time from work, so we was trying to get it.
Rockstar, when's the next time you're gonna be in Detroit? We can't wait to see you.
What, June 9th? The Hurt Boys got something going on in the park. I'm pulling up there.
That's right. All right. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll
So
also
we're gonna lay the red carpet out for you, baby.
I appreciate it. I love Detroit. I love all the love I get from Detroit. It's you know, you guys, I mean, you guys are a model for the US. I mean, there's no beefing in Detroit from what I see. You guys support each other very, very well. Of course, puffing my pearls, Hurt Boys. I mean, it's a lot of love in Detroit. You guys are definitely a example for
Absolutely.
for the US as in, you know, camaraderie for the cigar culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Rack, you ever been to Detroit, Rack? Oh, here we go. Let's do this try on real quick.
Where you going, Rockstar? I'm going nowhere yet.
What up, bro? Oh, nice.
Now that's nice and sexy, but classy right there with the honey and right.
And the
I promise
fabric,
you it is.
you guys can't tell, but the fabric is actually shimmery too.
Yeah.
I
You see it?
I picked out this fabric so that it would look kind of like leather, even though it's not, but it kind of gives like that feel.
Nice, very nice. That's good. So one more time, real quick, what, maybe a few things you'll do to finish it really quick. I know there's some hemming you gotta do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna bring it in on the shoulders. So I'll bring it in through here, especially.
Now, because of that table, we can't see the bottom. How does it fit at the bottom?
We don't have it on the right length. It's, I still have it
Back.
to, I still have it long right now, but I think she wants it above her knee.
Yeah, just have her stand up on the table.
Then they gonna start throwing money.
Above it?
There we go. There we go. Something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We just need some handcuffs, a blindfold, and we are ready to go. And a cigar.
There we go. There we go. All right. Thanks. Thank you. Everybody give it up for Jamie, Amejz.
I'm sorry, I had to go pick my daughter up from work.
That's okay, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You can end it too. All right. Thank you. Thank you, all right. All right, we back.
Now Bane and Draymond
All right.
Green foul.
So this is the first episode of Cigars and Fashions on Whiskey Wednesday. We'll do this again. We had Amejz Fashion on. Amejz on Instagram. She gave her process of how she makes custom clothing. We had some fine cigars. We talked about women in fashion, and the lounge was about men in fashion. But anyway, this is Cigar Rockstar. I do this every Wednesday, Whiskey Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. Like, subscribe, share, Cigar Rockstar TV, and we rolling into the Rockstar after dark.
Yeah, let's talk about your fashion.
Next week, we'll do.